Welcome, welcome, one and all, to a conversation with somebody that I think is one of the nicest people in the music industry. My name is Waters on Air, and today I have the extreme privilege of speaking with Sofia Carson again. That'll happen in just a couple of minutes. Right now, I'm just kind of getting ready, just kind of getting situated. I've got my notes. I've got my drink. All that's missing is you, and of course, Sofia, who will be with us in just a moment. Scheduled for 4:30, so we're a minute early, but I wanted to make sure that we got in here and had a chance to introduce ourselves. So thank you, Jessica, for coming back. Hope Gray, hello. Monet, hi. Birch Tree, and let's see, Howell Hunter, and who else is in here? Hello from New York, very cool. Nuller Larson, Christy is here, Gabriella is here. Everybody who's here, you are here for a special, special treat, because Sofia Carson is somebody that about a year ago I had the chance to speak with, and it was one of the best conversations that I've ever had on Instagram Live. We also had the opportunity to debut what at the time was her new song, I Love You. And that was a fun thing to do at the end of the session. We were able to put that on the radio and dance along to it on IG Live. And I can't promise anything like that this time, but I hope that the conversation we do have will be just as enjoyable. Hollywood Maddie's in the room, and that means it's getting real. Let's see. Ruben came back. Excellent, thank you. SC Boy Philly is here. Ryan says, I always listen to Hot 100.5 every day. Very cool. I appreciate you hanging out with us because, you know, we're here to serve you. We're here to entertain. And that's both on the air, my console, like my radio board is over there. So that's why I'm looking over when I mention the radio stations. That's over there. We're here to serve you not only on the air, but also on IG Live. Let's see, Little Mix 966, hi, it's here Sofia Carson. She's not here yet, but she will be here in just a moment. I'm just kind of getting everyone ready, getting all jazzed up for it, because if you're tuned in right now, there's a good chance you probably already knew, and if you didn't, Sofia Carson is joining us. She is a singer, she is a philanthropist, she is an actress, she is an all-around role model for both little girls and grown-up girls, and even men like myself and everybody else. She's a role model, so I'm really looking forward to chit-chatting with her in just a moment. That'll be hopefully soon. Let's see. Hot 100 is the best. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you very much. I just got a text. She's wrapping up another interview right now, so she will be right in, and that's okay, because we've got a little bit of time. Let's do roll call. Where in the world are you coming from? I already see people saying hi from Ireland, hi from Brazil. I think we saw hi from New York earlier. So where are you in the world? I'm here in Virginia Beach, and it's a beautiful day outside, actually. There's some clouds on the horizon. It might rain a little bit later, but right now it's sunshiny. I think it's wonderful temperature, like 75-ish. That's what I like. Florida's in the house. That's cool. So you guys probably have hotter weather than we do. Who else is in the house? We've got Denmark checking in. Very cool. Barcelona in Spain. We've got Canada, Brazil, Panama is here. That's amazing. So many people coming in from all across the world to hopefully chat with Sofia Carson. And yeah, we're going to take a couple of fan questions too as we go. I wrote down two beforehand that I really liked, so we're going to try to get those in front of her. And as we make our way through the session, we'll just kind of make the call as time permits. England, hello, Fueled by Williams. Thank you for coming in on the other side of the pond. Brazil, again, we've got Maryland. That's close to home for us. New Jersey. Can I ask a question for Sofia? Yes, you can, Monet. You can. Just wait until maybe toward the end of the session. I'm going to bring up that we're going to take some fan questions, and that would be the time to type yours out and pop it in the chat, okay? Military Aviation Museum just checked into the live. What's going on? How are you guys? We're going to talk with Sofia Carson, the actress and singer, in a moment. So if you want to hang out, that's totally fine. By the way, if any of those Spitfire jets are available for rent, let me know. I'd love to try it out. Hi from Mexico. Jerry, what's up? Hi from the UK. Hi from Spain. A really multinational thing going on here in the chat. That's awesome. We're just moments away, and actually it looks like she might be in the room right now. So let me go ahead and get a quick invite to her. Sofia Carson is joining us in
Hi.
Hello.
How are you? I'm so sorry. My other interview ran behind, but here I am.
Don't worry. Does that mean that I get to keep you for a couple of extra minutes?
You get to keep me for as long as you need.
You're always so kind about that. So we meet again almost a year later. I don't know if you remember me.
I know. Of course I do, Alex. How could I forget?
Yeah, I'm just checking, man. It was such a different world the first time that we spoke, because
It
this
really
whole
was.
Instagram live thing it wasn't new, but it was like people hadn't been doing it before. We were
Yeah.
trying to find new ways to connect and new ways to reach people and new ways to talk about music. And since then, I think it's pretty safe to say you've been one of the busiest people in the entertainment industry between then and now. I want to start with a little bit of a victory. Top 30 for Fool's Gold on the U.S. Pop Radio charts today.
An incredible victory. It's it's a first for me, and every single week it's moved up, which is incredible, and it gets more plays every day. And I'm just so grateful to, my radio family and to the fans who keep falling in love with it and requesting it. It's so tremendously exciting. So I'm so grateful.
And it is showing no signs of slowing up just yet. So
just yet, yes. I hope not.
Well, no song can last forever, even
No,
driver's
correct.
license, even
I
Shake.
know. I know it. This one has been already 2 months going strong, and it keeps getting better every week. So it's really exciting.
Definitely. And you had the chance to throw a little bit of an updated spin on it not too long ago with the Tiesto remix, too.
I did.
Quick question about that. What is it like when you set up an official remix with a huge name like Tiesto? Does he come to you? Do your people come to him?
This time he came to us, which is kind of remarkable. Stargate produced the record and wrote the record, and they're good friends with Tiesto. And I think what happened was that they played it for him, I think socially, and he loved the song, and he wanted to do a remix for it. And when I got the call, I was like, never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would be cool enough to have Tiesto remix one of my songs.
Right. No, that's a dream for a lot of people.
Yeah.
If there were, I guess, an opportunity to maybe go play a show or to do some singing with Tiesto, would you sing the remix live?
Oh, yes, absolutely. No doubt. No doubt.
Awesome. I'm a sucker for a good remix, so I like that kind of stuff too. Okay. Let me get into some of the stuff that you've done on screen. Actually, as a matter of fact, why don't we start with earlier today? You were on with the gentleman that we play on our night shows, Zach Sang, doing music video rewind, going back through the vault. What was your favorite music video to revisit during that session earlier?
Oh gosh, I don't know if I can pick just one. It was really special going through them all. Really, it was kind of emotional, and it was like a beautiful trip down memory lane, and to kind of see how I've evolved and grown, and to have the fans there with me watching it at the same time. It was funny because I've never had someone watch me as I watch myself on a music video ever. So it was kind of wild to be able to do that. And Zach is awesome. He's just such a lover of music and artists. I mean, he always brings out such great interviews.
He does. I aspire to be as good of an interviewer as him.
Oh, you will be your own kind, sir.
That's fair. You talked about growth. You talked about kind of going back and looking at how you've changed, how you've improved, how you've redefined yourself over the years. And that makes me wonder what happens next for you. Where do you see your career going from here with the success you've had with Fool's Gold?
I'm very excited for the next phase of my career. Very excited. I've spent the last year, since I've been so busy, which has been such a blessing, throughout the years juggling both film and music, I hadn't had the time to really spend a year and dive into writing a full story. And I've had that time now, even though I have been doing other projects as well, and Songbird, etc. I have now had the time to just dedicate myself to writing the story that I've been wanting to tell. And Fool's Gold is the beginning of that story, but the rest of the story I've written over the last year, and I'm still writing. I'm almost done writing. But I spend days and days and days and nights in the studio still. And it's been such a beautiful journey, and I feel like I grow every single day a little bit more and more. And it's been really exciting.
So what I hear in all of that is a full-length album by the end of the year, maybe?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay. Well, no matter what happens, I'm looking forward to seeing that when it when it comes to fruition. You have also been, part of several film projects that have touched people and moved people and told stories worldwide, including Songbird. You starred in that, and you starred in Feel the Beat. Of all the movie projects that you've had the chance to be a part of in your life so far, because I know you have a long history with yourself and the camera, how do you think these latest two speak on your evolution? Let's go back to that. How do you think these two films showcase who you've
I
become?
think beautiful question and two beautiful film choices to explain just that. You know, my first venture into film and acting was The Descendants. I had never acted before. And I feel like I learned how to act and I grew as an actress in the process. And when it came time to do my Netflix movie, my first Netflix film to star in it, Feel the Beat, I felt like, I don't know, I felt like an actress. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just felt fulfilled in doing that movie, and I was really proud at the end of it, the journey that it took me on, and I learned so much about myself as an actor and as a performer in that film. And I also feel like it pushed me more than I had in the past. Every project that I've done has kind of pushed me to learn a little bit more about myself and how far I can go as an actor. And then with Songbird, that was a whole new level of acting in a film and of storytelling. Not only was it a Michael Bay film, the actors that I was acting with, we're talking about Demi Moore, we're talking about Oscar winners and Oscar nominees, and myself in that cast. It was an honor. And we shot it during a pandemic. So to all of that together, it was one of the most extraordinary experiences of my life, and challenging in ways none of us could have ever imagined, but so thrilling, and also quite fulfilling.
Definitely. You've starred in a lot of different types of films at this
Yeah.
point in your career. Is there a type of movie or a type of show or something like that? Is there a genre of visual media that you'd like to tackle in the near future?
You know what? I think I've tackled a little bit of everything, right? Because I did musical, comedy with Descendants, I've done drama, I've done rom-com, definitely did thriller and drama with Songbird. I think I would love to explore more of the dramatic side, of more serious dramas. But I also love a love story. I love telling a love story, whether it's through song or film. So I would love that as well.
Definitely. Flashing back a year ago when we had the opportunity to talk last, we put your song "I Love You" on the radio during the
Yeah.
live, and that was such a fun experience. With
Yes.
that song, I sense such a different story between "I Love You" and "Fool's Gold." So I
Yes.
wanted to ask, and you don't have to give too many details because I know that the singers and songwriters are protective of these things. But is that part of the same story in your life? Are those two completely different things?
They're two different stories. And that phase of my career with rehab, Rumors, I Love You and Miss You More told their own story together. Rumors was when you fall for the guy that you heard rumors about, but you ignored them. I Love You is when you find out that he doesn't love you back. And then I Miss You More is, the title says it all, when you wish that you could tell him I miss you. And now we're entering a different phase.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think, I suppose you know this better than anybody, what kind of phase is this? Is it a little bit more melancholy, the way that you sing about, tell me the truth for once on Fool's Gold? Are we going to hear a lot more of that from you?
Um, it's interesting. I don't know if I would say melancholy.
Okay,
I would say it's definitely a love story because I love singing about love.
sure.
I don't know if I could say melancholy or there is an honesty to it and there's a depth to it, but there's also like an electricity to it at the same time, I would
Hmm.
say, if that makes any sense. There's soul to it. There's
Yeah,
soul to it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
And I
agree.
think you feel that soul in Fool's Gold. So I've kind of kept that throughout the rest of the story, yeah.
Even in the instrumental choices, when I listen to Fool's Gold,
Correct.
which I do
Yeah,
from
the
time.
live strings, the bass, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it speaks about a very different type of energy. And I really like it. Personally, I
Me
think
too.
that this is some of the best music you've ever put out. And I think that
Thank
you're trending in a direction that I at least am really looking forward to seeing more of.
you.
Um,
Thank you
I
very
wanted
much.
to take a moment and ask a couple of fan questions. So if you're in
Of
the chat,
course.
say again, sorry.
Of course, absolutely.
Because without the fans, where would we be, right?
Nowhere.
So I wrote down two, but if you're in the chat, type something in and we'll have a look and pick maybe one or two as we go as well. But I wanted to, I took a bunch of notes. I wanted to bring this one up from at Darling Sophia on Twitter. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. She wanted to know, what was your biggest inspiration, or maybe who, to start your singing career?
I honestly, I don't remember not knowing that I was going to do this for the rest of my life.
Wow.
I don't remember. I remember being 3 years old. My earliest memories, I was singing and I was performing. And I guess my first introduction to music was Madonna's Don't Cry for Me Argentina and Disney Princesses. That was my first introduction to music. But I remember the first time that I saw a performance that I was like, wow, I need to do that one day. It was when I saw Cher's concert. And I kind of always used that as like a benchmark, if that makes sense. But it was watching Cher live, watching Beyonce live, watching Jennifer Lopez live, these powerhouses who did it all. Those were kind of my inspirations.
Definitely. I saw something flash by briefly in the chat, and I'd like to kind of paraphrase it because it was a little long. But in your words, in the way that you kind of see your support, which is massive, you have a huge base of supporters all across the world. Who is a fan of Sofia Carson? What is she? Where is she? What does she like?
Wow, that's such a beautiful question. I am so madly in love with the family that we have created. And I'm in touch with so many as much as I possibly can, and I get the pleasure of meeting them every time that I travel and hugging them, and we connect, and they're just such beautiful, giving souls, and they're selfless, and they're powerful, and they're strong, and they're independent, and they have dreams. But what has blown my mind the most is how giving they are, not only with each other. Like I always get asked if I've had bad experiences on social media, because I know that every artist that I know has a difficult relationship with social media. And I have not had a single instance, Alex, not a single one of any negativity. And that's unheard of. And that's because of them. They're just so generous. And with my work with UNICEF, I think they're also just really generous souls naturally. And they also do UNICEF fundraisers themselves. And they're amazing.
Definitely. That was another thing, actually, that's definitely worth bringing up is your UNICEF ambassadorship, because as we've moved through these difficult times as a society and as a one collective people, it has become more important than ever to stay connected in what's happening in the world. It's become more important than ever to spread love across boundaries. It's become more important than ever to embody what UNICEF and what yourself through your work with UNICEF embodies. What would you say in terms of somebody looking at your work? What are you trying to do for the world in the midst of all these difficult things that we have to deal with?
I think the greatest and the most important thing that we can do right now is to use our voices to be beacons of hope and kindness and unity and love. And if my songs or my films or my work with UNICEF could inspire that in one girl, or to make one girl in one corner of the world feel seen and loved, then I've done my job. But as you say, now more than ever, we just need to be beacons of hope. And I think so many of us are doing that, and there's nothing more beautiful or more important.
That's amazing. And I know for a fact that you're inspiring a lot of that too. So
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations in that sense to you as well. One last fan question real quick from at Love Is Her Name SC on Twitter. She asked, so when you were growing up, you wanted to be a star. You wanted to be what you're doing now. And we're never truly done growing. But she says, now that you are a star, I think it's safe to say you are a star. Did you ever imagine that your work and your creativity would reach as far as it has?
I don't think so. I don't think we can wrap our heads around what it means to have this platform and to have the blessing that is this opportunity to share music with the world and the impact that it has. I dreamt of it my whole life, but I think now living it, it feels perhaps even more magical at times than I would have imagined. Especially the impact part. That's the part that means the most to me. It fulfills me the most.
Absolutely. Well, I don't want to keep you forever, but I do want to bring back one of the highlights of last time we spoke because I had a lot of fun doing it, and I hope the
Yes.
chat is paying attention. You know what's coming here.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to turn off the chat, and I need the chat to pay attention real quick. I like to wrap up sessions with a little bit of an Instagram Live photo shoot because we can't quite take a picture arm in arm like we would if you came into the studio. So this is the next best thing. So what I would like to do, as long as you're game for it, is hit some poses, have the chat take some screenshots, and then DM those to us so that way we have them.
Let's do it.
I will follow your lead, whatever you want to do.
Tell us when. Okay, we'll go like this first.
Yeah, let's, cool.
I love you. No, blow kiss. Okay, you do one next.
Okay, let's see. Something, intimidation. Yeah, fierce.
I don't know if you and I could ever look fierce or intimidating, Alex.
I don't think so. I try.
Don't think so.
I really try. I like to pretend.
I tried to, but it doesn't work
out. But you want to do one more in chat? You better be taking these screenshots, otherwise I don't have them. So.
Okay, let's do one more. I don't know what it is.
Let's see. How about something silly? How about something? Okay. Maybe tongue out or yeah.
There we go.
People always tell me my tongue.
Alex.
Thank you, Sophia, not only for the extremely fun photo shoot, but also for the great conversation and for all the music, for all the movies, for all the entertainment, and really just for being a beacon of hope in these, insert adjective here, troubling, unprecedented times.
Insert adjective here, yeah, well said. Thank you, you're so kind. Thank you. I always really enjoy our conversations. Looking forward to next time. Hopefully it'll be in less than a year.
Hopefully, yeah.
Well, maybe in person. Maybe in person.
Please, if you're ever in Virginia Beach, your people hit my people, and let's get together.
Done. Have the
All
best
right.
day.
Well,
bye, guys.
Until next time. See you later.
Bye, Alex. Till next time.
Bye.